And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Shining Force Final Conflict. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and let's move. As I move back into place. So we've leveled our characters up pretty greatly from the last time we were here. Topping out at 13, where enemies are now giving us 1 XP, which is pretty lame, with our other closest characters around level 10, who've fallen a little behind. Level 10 characters falling behind, 12 being optimal, 13 being an overachiever. But we're getting there slowly and surely. Yeah, in this battle, not much to it really. The battle in and of itself is very straightforward. The issue that comes from this fight is making sure we don't get AoE'd by one of the witches that are in the corner here, and then to ensure that we can kind of pull everything towards us without taking exorbitant amounts of damage. Because, yeah, we can't reach any enemies. We could just stay still, but they won't move to us, really. And you could split your party up, but it's just as easy as to keep them together. It really is. So we'll just keep them together. And as you're going to see here, see that's bad. But we have a way to counter that. It's not the end of the world. And then, of course, we're gonna gun for that witch. And get that witch taken out ASAP. We have, as you can see, we have Aura, one of the great spells here that multi-target heals, finally premiering Cynthia's true power. The ability to counter magic attacks that hit multiple characters and get mass XP for doing it. Or massive XP compared to what she used to get. Let's see here. Kiddo is OP. Boom! And 1 experience for one-shotting the knight. Hence why level 13 is just overkill. Rubrin, we're gonna hit with Keton 3 here. That way our weaker or lower level characters have a chance to pick these guys off. I don't think he'll kill anything, which is a shame, because Howl's kind of the furthest behind and the hardest to get caught up. Once he gets freeze level 3, that will completely, in the greatest way, change. Primarily because once he gets freeze level 3, his range extends to reach things that normally he would not be able to reach, and that's really the biggest issue with Howl, is that he has a hard time reaching enemies with his current spells. Yeah. I see 49 for the Cannon Knight, so it's like we're right on that cusp. Nice. And 12 only gets 1 from the goal. Hence why we really got to move on a couple of battles here. It saves us some MP. Should kill the witch too. Oh, darn it! Forget it's ice. Thank you for not really paying that much attention to it. Let Knuckles get the kill then, since he's still level 10. And again, we'll use Paige as our lackey to get these enemies to come towards us, which he's good at doing. He has an uncanny talent for doing that. As they all come inbound. Inbound they come. Yeah, really not gonna help me by doing that. Let's just do this, because we have a round to deal with that knight. The cannon knight. Again, killing him in one shot's not going to accomplish anything. Really hard to get these guys to group up too, so that's not helping our situation either. And there's 13 for Ian, yay. We have to, because it's the only way it'll reach. So, let's do it. And Bolt became level 3, yay. As we are starting to round the corner here. Again, luckily Paige can take it. It's when the magicians come around that we gotta be a little bit more thoughtful about where we're putting our characters. But right now, Paige equals meat shield. That also hits like a truck. We finally have some kind of configuration that would benefit us to use magic against, but we gotta get characters in position to do it. So why not? And because, why not? Let's get 'em! Just what Howell's always wanted. A perfect little grouping. And still not the spell he wants, but we're gonna keep working on it. Nice. And the big thing is that those golems that are behind us, they're not going to give us a lot of XP at all, so there's no reason to forcefully interact with them if we don't have to. I mean, at this point, because we've been using this battle to grind primarily, so at this point it's about getting through the battle, right? Checking how much we get for witches and priests, and our little skeleton friends, like, just ever so slightly see what we get for XP, but these golem type enemies have definitely been worn out for actual XP growth. As much as we know, the harpy here, the harpy queen, that the harpy queen no longer is a benefit to us either. So it's like a lot of now obsolete enemies that we are just kind of barreling through. Where we have seen the witches and priests before in the previous. Or no, I want to say we've seen the witches before. It's been a while since I played. I was out of town, and I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe there's a chance, but it'll make more sense as we progress here, like where we should grind a few more battles or whatnot. But we're not quite there yet, because we're gonna get, I believe, an outdoor battle after this that we're not gonna want to grind in, and then the very next battle after that is going to be the one in question. That's going to pull some hate, for sure. There we go. Which that's not a good sign. That means that the witch can reach that group. But oh no, she's gonna go after Paige instead. Those stone golems feel like idiots. Alright. Well, she can't heal anything from there, so. We're not gonna play around with the witch. Kill it quickly. So see, 21 XP from the witches. So we still get good XP from witches under level 13. You can argue, so that's good to know. And Sonnet level to 13, cool. Really, that's the only way she gets stronger anymore. Battle's almost over, may as well get him something. And he levels to 11, awesome. I don't feel so bad. And they're gonna make me kill them, aren't they? That's right. You have to kill everything in these fights. Alright, alright. Just when you thought you were getting out easy, right? Just when you thought, oh, you know what? The battle should end. based on me completing those enemies on the bottom, but no. But that's okay. I should have known better. What is Howl's to next level here? Okay, he'd need an attack and a kill, so he still needs quite a bit. So yeah, for those of you wondering, yes, you cannot fly over the fire in this fight. We're not going to be running from this fight at this point of the battle. There's zero reason to min-max these two enemies. As much as and as interesting as it is to do it sometimes. There's no reason. You have demonstrated great skill in your fighting technique. With such skill, surely you can defeat the Devil Army. Though I do not know if it will be of use to you, I can offer you a sword. Someone bring it to me. Your Highness, is this the one? It is indeed. We confiscated the sword from a man in the Devil Army. When doing so, the Devil Army sent for me. Ah, this is unmistakably Master Max's sword. Your Highness, has Master Max been through here? Oh, him? He certainly has. Excellent. Master Max has been here. Ian, this sword possesses the powers of light. It's a very important sword, so please accept it from His Highness. Ian received the Chaos Breaker. So we don't get any cool sword from some crazy means. We just get it via this. Well then, everyone, before you face the final battles, it would be best for you to rest in town a while. And it's pretty much the last town, I believe, arguably in the game. So first things first, let's put that Chaos Breaker on Ian, bumping him to 73 with the Power Ring. Then we can give the Counter Sword. We're going to give that probably to Eric, as much as we can give it to Kiddo. Kiddo hits pretty hard without having to work hard to do it. It makes more sense to give it to Eric. And we're going to take that running ring off of him, I think, and I might give it to Knuckles, even though he'll lose that agility. He needs the movement to be frontline contending, I think. And then we'll do the quick ring to somebody else. We're going to take the Kaiser Knuckles off of him just in general. And I think we're good with where things are laid out. Yeah. All right. And puts him up to 60. Here, the poison. let's take a look. I don't think there's going to be much. There might be some stuff. Okay, we can buy Critical Sword and a Valkyrie. So we'll give that to Kiddo. We've already got one Valkyrie. We don't need another. The Great Axe. I don't think that's an upgrade. Well, now I'm not sure. You know, we'll put it there, but we won't equip it. I'm probably going to end up selling it. Battle Knuckles. That's got to be an upgrade. From the Brass Knuckles. Okay, he's full though, so we'll just have somebody hold it for now. And I see Great Shot will need... We need to do 2 of these guys. There's a Healing Rain, which I will buy. Somehow I must have missed it. And then we'll equip this guy. And just look at the attack growths here. 80 in the 80s for Ruberin and Kiddo. 68 with the Great Shot. '70s. Okay, the Great Axe is better than the Heat Axe, so that's good to know. And we got him at 60 with the counter sword, so you can see Eric's starting to kind of phase out a bit, which is fine. He'll be replaced at some point. I know, it's weird to say that this far in the game. There's a force thing that we kind of have to deal with. We'll worry about it when we get there, though. And then I'm gonna check 2 next levels for some of these guys. 43, a lot. Almost there. Okay. And quite a bit. Okay. Almost there. Okay, it gives me an idea. And then I gotta go back and literally sell all that crap. So we now don't have almost any money. We'll keep the Heat Axe though. I believe he can still use that as an item. Broadswords can go. This original Shuriken can go. Salt Shell can go. We'll grab the Shuriken. Out of there. Okay, and then we'll get rid of the Brass Knuckles. Now, here's the thing. You might say, well, and I will say this too. This is one of the last, towns, I believe, in the game, but we come back here, I believe, whenever we need to, and even, you know, and it's debatable on top of any of that, like, what should you do? Alright? In case you don't come back, or you don't think you're gonna come back. And it comes down to, we're selling off everybody's gear that's in the reserves, right? There's still 2 characters left, and we're not using any of these characters at this point. They're just so outdated and so behind. We're just not gonna do it. And I'm keeping all the curse stuff just because I do that out of habit. We also have a Brave Apple. We'll spend that before the last battle, kind of a thing. And here's what we're gonna do. We're going to buy healing seeds. And pretty much pump all of our off-party characters with these seeds. That way we have a nice stash of these seeds. And then every character that has room, we're also going to give them at least 1 seed, as long as they have not just 1 open spot, but at least 2. So anybody only carrying 1 item is now going to carry a healing seed going forward here. And that is going to get us set up for what's ahead. Keep grabbing the medical herb on accident here. And every character who's only carrying 1 item is now going to be carrying a healing seed. With exclusion of Paige. You know, and Sonnet, because they are wearing rings. These 2 just because. If I have to use the Brave Apple earlier than I wanted to, then so be it. Alright. We're all squared away. Now let's make our save. And let's move on. According to King Galam, evil powers gather ahead of here. At Ground Seal, Master Max is captive in the ancient tower opposite the Rocky Mountains over there. Ian, I'm worried about Master Max. We must make haste. Ah, what a simply magnificent view. First, I'd recommend that you think carefully before you do anything, wouldn't you agree? That voice, it's Mashila. We were praised as the shining force in Galam, and it would seem that our reputation precedes us. We've made it this far, but let's see what awaits us at this prairie. There are a great number of strange orbs on the prairie. What could their purpose be? Oh, you do well to recognize their powers. Our enemy on the prairie is just one of Mashila's dolls. This is doubtless another trap set by Mashila, no different than before. Be careful, Ian. So, big old area here with lots of enemies. Again, can't seem to get a beat on these like we can usually with the enemies here. So keep that in mind. There's a demon rod if I give a crap about that, which I don't. Somebody's got a nice staff though that I want. I don't remember who. And then there's something of notoriety over this way that would interest us greatly. But if we have to pass it for whatever reason, we'll worry about that then. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, oh, you know what? I didn't check here. There's an evil ring. Okay. All that stuff we'll keep in mind. But, yep, big outdoor area with unknown things in it that we want to be careful of, wary of. So our best dudes are going to go for those orbs, into the direction of those orbs. We are going to send a flying unit, probably Kiddo, but I am considering Eric for this because we might need the muscle. We got to send somebody over here for reasons that are of my own. Nice big map. Many of you who've played Shining Force 2 will recognize this map. Okay. I like how she didn't actually come to do anything. Okay, now he can reach and start putting in some more effort here. Let's not wander too far. I'm not gonna worry about those right now until I actually have the means to worry. Like I said, because of the nature of this fight, we don't really care so much about XP, we just care about getting to the next fight, where we'll do a little bit more leveling up as we deem fit, so to speak. It's a nice little one for Howl to pick off when his turn comes up. Must have been sure that he kills it. We're just mowing them down. Now, with this fight, we really want to come, if we can, we definitely want to come around probably the left side of the map. There's more issues out there in general, but the point of the fact of the matter is that coming down the east end, you get into maneuvering issues with the mountain there and the river. And so you get kind of stuck and your characters will get crowded together, and there's an army of nasty casters who just want to blow you up. And because of that, it may seem like one would want to go over that direction, but the reality of it is going that direction can kind of be a death sentence, with only your strongest character surviving the entire fight. Which is a fight you shouldn't have too much trouble in, as long as you bum rush all of the casters at once. You know, and as you get down to the bottom of the map, that's the ticket, though. You gotta get down to the bottom of the map to in a sense, bum rush them all. Which is, of course, easier in many cases. Easier said than done. You gotta get there. You gotta plan out your course of attack, and you could send some of like the flyers that way. The flying units that way would probably, and even Sonnet would do well in that area of the map, moderately. So there is a reason to kind of work your way that direction. But there are many classes that would not do well over there because they need that room to maneuver, and they're just not going to get it going that way. But we got to go that way in order to collect the goodies that are over there. So we, of course, should send our flying units and maybe Sonnet that way. And yeah, because I think rather timidly that's about what's there. I don't want to send a caster that way, because they're a little squishy. You know what? Page's mobility is pretty good. We could send him as the meat shield, but I'm debating on that right now. After the shaman, all that's really left is the lesser demon, who will throw out a spell to AoE everybody anyway. So am I really helping myself by worrying about it that way? Interesting melee opportunity. Nice. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Make sure to heal Knuckles on his own. And there's heal level 4. Always a good level to have. Nice. As you can see, you can already see some of the XP starting to taper off. Let's do that. And there's the freeze spell that he so desperately needed. Yeah, I think we'll send Paige that way. Still not convinced, but I'm also not going to worry about it. This will give us a few turns to regroup a bit, too. Move him about there. Here we go. Oh no. Minto's out. Well, she dodges somehow, but oh well. That sucks because we really haven't used her at all this fight. So she's sitting on this metric ton of MP then and powerful spells, and I, like a jackass, just don't really use her effectively. Which is a shame. And it's fine, you know, we'll get her caught up. XP wise, one way or the other, because yeah, that's what the next fight's gonna probably be for. You know, for the most part. Spread that delicious healing around. Nice! Yeah, this is, again, another drawn-out battle that leads ultimately to the next part of the story. And that's really all it offers. But we gotta get there, first and foremost. That's why it's good to keep Howl in the party, because his survivability is definitely better. And because of the better survivability, Minto is good, but kind of a glass cannon, so, you know, depending on how careful you are with your character placement, which you can see I'm a little bit more reluctant to just, you know, play it very, very, you know, turtle-like in my defensive strategy. I'm more willing to just gun right towards where I want to go, and that's just the way that I am with this game, so... Hence the reason my characters are just going out and doing stuff. Where it would be safer to, you know, take my time and all this other stuff. But in the intent to take my time, these battles would be so much longer than they need to be. And now if you're playing a permadeath game, then yeah, I would be playing a lot more conservatively and probably subbing out offensive. I'd probably get rid of Minto for Morton just because I want another healer kind of a situation. You know what? Let's say we did. Okay. Almost through. And you'll notice I'm staying more to the maneuverable zone here. Nice. As you can see, only the flyers are going to be able to get around. There's Kojiro, a swordsman who travels to seek out powerful opponents. A reputation such as yours, I'd like to have a match with you. What, you won't fight me unless you defeat them? Kojiro, the samurai, has joined the force. So that's really the technical... Okay, this is the last character that we're gonna optionally recruit. There are no more optional characters to recruit. Everything else is pretty much straightforward. There is actually a couple more characters we're gonna bump into, but for the most part, that's the last major one. That's what I was afraid of. But it's only bolt level 2. And then we're gonna bring on the pain train. Yeah, so you don't use their magic very often. Yeah, I know I don't. Their single attacks pretty well, so not much of a reason to. Until now. Now we have a choice here, and that choice is going to be rather straightforward. We want to take out his healers, the doll's healer, so it can't heal itself. And then we want to delay him from getting in the healing as well. And one way to delay that is to just outright kill him. We get the mystery staff. Again, guaranteeing the kill. That was unique. Nice. And that ends the witch, and then we'll follow it up with the final kill with somebody that's not or a kiddo. So Howl may not get the kill, but he does. Just barely. And he's not good against bosses. It can't be because of those orbs. Our magical powers were continually restored. It's no wonder everyone in the Devil Army used magic. That was our reason. Well, it's time we went to find Master Max and stop the Devil's revival. So there you go. Another one down. And really quick, we've got some items to just pass around or shove off on other people. We don't need the Demon Rod. Because it's just... I mean, I think it can be used as a weapon, or as an item, but... meh. Mystery Staff. I'll give it to her, primarily because... we can. We should. We'll give this to Kojiro, who's actually not a bad character, but Paige is already doing such a great job. We don't need another tanky dude kind of wandering about. As much as you would think we would need one. That's relatively it. Alright, and we're relatively set up. And this is a great place for us to stop for right now. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Well, you know what? Before we do that, let's do some other stuff here. And the reason I want to do some other stuff is because we're going to start doing a little bit more leveling. But I don't want you to miss the story. Oh ho ho ho, your battles thus far have been most admirable, Ian. This time, Shining Force, I think your capabilities are really going to be put to the test. As such, I've carefully prepared a rather interesting plan for you. Come out, Michaela. You're acting like a coward as usual. Do you intend to fight us or not? Oh, you're certainly strong, I'll admit that much. However, you'll be no match for him. There's nothing Ian and the rest of us fear. Adam, this man would be heartbroken if he heard you talking about him that way. What do you mean? I wonder if he's fully recovered yet. I assume so. You used to rely on this man. Well, come out. Oh boy. That swordsman's mask. Because of the mask he wears, He's been given the powers of darkness and become a member of the Devil Army. By doing this, he's joined his older brother Cain, hasn't he? I think this fight's going to be most enjoyable. What's this all about? You have to try and defeat Max. Well, Max, take them out. It looks like we'll have to fight Master Max. Master Max, please wait. We'll solve this course. You'll see. And thus we get into a big old fight with Max, much like his brother Cain. Lots of good enemies to level up with around here. Lots of new powerful enemies to consider as well. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ActorStudios from real life game action. When we come back, I'll be leveled up a little bit more, and we'll be fighting our way further as we are slowly getting upon the last few battles of the game. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.